Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to all the Matrixologists tuning in. You are always appreciated. In this video, we are going to talk about the Matrix comic, There Are No Flowers in the Real World, which means there will be plenty of spoilers, so you have been warned. And if this is your first time down here or you want to know everything about the Matrix universe, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future yellow-pilled content. The story and art for There Are No Flowers in the Real World was created by David Lapham. His comic industry resume includes titles like Shadow Man and Harbinger at Valiant Comics. The independent publishing company El Capitan Books was co-founded in 1995 by David and Maria Lapham, under which they began publishing the comic series Stray Bullets. David won an Eisner Award in 1996 for Best Writer/Artist. David is also the creator of the comic novel Murder Me Dead. There Are No Flowers in the Real World starts inside the Matrix, somewhere near Phoenix, Arizona, where we see the main character Rocket, a red-pilled recruit to the Resistance, with a broken leg underneath a busted phone booth. This was supposed to be his first mission inside the Matrix until things went bad. In his team were 3 other operatives, and they were all in a car heading for Phoenix. Shortly after leaving, their operator Rook called to inform the operatives that their hovercraft ship, the Mariner, was currently under attack in the real world. The team immediately scrambled towards the nearest exit, but the real-world attack forced a car accident inside the Matrix, and one by one, each of the crew members were quickly getting killed by the Sentinels in the real world, permanently disconnecting the operatives from the Matrix. Each member of Rocket's team was killed, leaving him the sole survivor. And though Rook was able to destroy the Sentinels before getting killed himself, Rocket had already sustained a broken leg from the attack, and with the rest of the crew dead, Rocket was stranded inside the Matrix. He used a cell phone to call for help, first getting an answering machine, but while leaving a message, a different operator picks up the line and instructs Rocket to calmly enter a nearby restaurant. Rocket informs him that he is having a problem with his leg and that it could be broken in the real world. The operator says, "Your leg may really be broken, but that is not really your leg." So what is interesting here is that in the original Matrix films, Neo asks Morpheus why he was bleeding in the real world after sustaining injuries inside the Matrix. However, in this Matrix comic, the main character is affected inside the Matrix by his real-world injuries. While talking on the phone with the operative, Rocket admits that he broke the phone booth. An operative named King provided Rocket with the location of a safe house in nearby Scarsdale, Rocket's own hometown. For days, Rocket awaited rescue from the hovercraft Pequod, all while trying to withstand the pain from his physical body's injuries, and growing weaker due to the lack of real-world sustenance. During this time, Rocket was drinking water non-stop inside the Matrix, trying to compensate for his lack of real-world provisions, but with no success. He was visited by King, who was relaying news of the real-world search for him. And to help keep Rocket occupied, King started a conversation about their blue pill pasts. When they mentioned Rocket's love life, King made him realize that his previous life as a blue pill was not at all fake or meaningless, even though it was simulated. This led Rocket to find Mona Thomas, who used to be his girlfriend. Rocket invited Mona for a romantic night out, but his time with Mona was interrupted when Rocket's worsening leg suddenly gave out. Rocket considered the possibility of soon dying and immediately started to distance himself from Mona. Fleeing to a diner, he then got into a scuffle with his old gang. Getting into a frenzy, he killed the gang leader, Larry Little. Also, while in this manic state, he began yelling truths about the Matrix to the spectating diners, saying that they were all slaves to the machines, and that there are no flowers in the real world. The scene he created tipped off the agents to Rocket's location. The next day, Agent Brown appeared at Mona's house, looking for Rocket. Mona said she hadn't seen Rocket in months and that he was a jerk for leaving her. Agent Brown told her that Rocket had killed a man the previous night and left his card, instructing her to contact him if she hears from Rocket. News finally came to Rocket that he would soon be rescued. Given new hope by the news, Rocket wanted to meet Mona one more time, but King advised him to prioritize leaving first, warning him of the threat of agents. But just then, Agent Brown appeared. King was able to kill whoever the agent had possessed in that moment, but knew that the agent would not stop. After giving Rocket a gun and instructions to the exit, he led the agent away from Rocket. When Rocket found the hardline location, he called Mona, asking her to quickly meet with him. She immediately went, meeting Rocket at the location. He then informed her of his need to disappear, but also promised to come back for her. Mona promised to wait, and also promised to join Rocket wherever they needed to go upon his return. Then the phone started to ring, and in this moment, Mona was suddenly possessed by Agent Brown. Rocket hesitated to shoot Mona long enough for the agent possession to fully take place. In the final frame, while choking Rocket to death, Agent Brown says, "I think that was for you," in reference to the phone ringing that would have let Rocket escape the Matrix had he followed instructions. So I think this episode is unique because it shows us how a red pill can manipulate the Matrix to reflect the injuries of the real world in a mind over matter sense. In this particular case, Rocket first broke the phone booth, and that justified the injury. He fought through the real world pain, fixing the appearance of his RSI inside the Matrix, but eventually his leg gave out on him in front of Mona. This story also reinforced the lesson of the Lady in Red training program, that anyone still connected to the system could potentially turn into an agent, even if they love you or would be willing to protect you. Don't forget to show off your Matrix fandom by ordering the custom-made Resurrection Code Sneakers. If you appreciate this kind of yellow-pilled content, be sure to share it on other platforms like Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.